In this last video clip, I'm going to show you how to take each of the individual puzzle pieces and assemble the final cube. So before I get started, I'm going to show you that I'm going to need the Move tool. And the Move tool, once again, can be found at the top of your toolbar. And once again, this tool can also be accessed by hitting the M on the keyboard. That's the keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to hit M on the keyboard, and you notice how the Move tool has been selected. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing I'd like to do for my puzzle cube is I want to take all four of these puzzle piece 1 and rotate them 90 degrees to the left, or counterclockwise, all the way over. Okay, so you see how I click once on an endpoint, and you see how the red plus signs appear. Click again. Oh, we're going up, so hit escape if you make a mistake. Alright, so let's go right on the plus sign, and you see the rotate option. Click once, drag it all the way until you see the guideline line up with the 90-degree marking on the protractor. Okay, so let's do the next one once again. Click on the red plus sign. Let's do the last one. Doing 4 of these should give you enough practice to learn how to actually use the Move tool. There is a rotate option, which is basically what the Move tool is allowing you to do at this time, but I never used the rotate tool, and it's not really that necessary because the Move function is not only capable of moving the object, but it is also capable of rotating the object that you're trying to work with. So we have all 4 pieces, and you can kind of tell how they are going to link up. Although the last piece is actually going to be flipped around in order for the top and the bottom to be attached the way that they need to be attached. So let's now rotate the screen. You can use the orbit tool to orbit, or in this case rotate, or you can push down on the wheel of the mouse and you watch how the orbit tool is selected. Okay, and I'm just going to orbit it so it's kind of an isometric view. Okay, now let's take the Move tool again, and we're going to rotate this first piece 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, so we have the first piece moved, and then these 2 pieces don't need to really be moved, or rotated I should say. Instead, I'm just going to attach them. So let's see, this corner right here, this endpoint, is going to line up right here in this endpoint. So we're going to mate those 2 pieces together. So in order for us to do that, I'm going to click right here on this endpoint and line it up. And as you can tell, it's not working the way I want it to. So let's hit escape. Let's rotate and orbit again. And let's try something different. Let's just go to this endpoint. There you go. So it's lined up, but as you can tell, it's a little lined up too far. So let's rotate again. And as you can tell, it kind of gets a little tricky at this point. And let's go in forward, zoom in, and grab this endpoint and drag it out. So now those 2 pieces are connected. So let's go and attach the other piece, rotating, zooming out, and let's go ahead and do that. So I need to rotate this piece right here. So I'm actually going to rotate it this way. And then I'm going to zoom up and attach this endpoint right here to this other endpoint right there. So I now have 3 pieces attached in plain view. And the last piece, remember what I said before, needs to be flipped. So I'm going to flip that. And then I also need to rotate it. So this piece actually needs to be up here, and this piece right here needs to be on the other side. So let's rotate. Okay, and then let's grab this endpoint right here. Let's try it that way and line it up. Okay, the last 2 pieces need to be attached, but as you can tell right now, you can see that all 4 sides, remember like I said, all 4 puzzle pieces, piece 1, are all the same. The only difference is that the 4th piece is oriented differently than the other remaining 3 sides. So let's take the top and bottom now. So I'm going to just move them a little bit closer so that I can zoom in if I need to see exactly how these shapes need to be oriented. So this top piece, let's orient these top pieces. So I need to zoom out and rotate so that they are nice and flat. And this can be a little tricky just from this view, so let's try this again. I believe that that is the correct angle. Alright. Okay, now, as you can tell, I kind of got lucky here. This piece right here already lines up perfectly where it needs to go. Now, the hint to this first puzzle block that you're creating, the one that I'm creating right now, is that there is a piece that goes all the way across from side to side, this opposite side. So the easiest way to line these pieces up is to find the piece that has a chunk that goes all the way through, which is what you see right here. Okay, so let's grab this endpoint, line it up, and there is the top piece. The last piece that needs to be put in is our bottom, so let's rotate the bottom. Grab it from the corner. I'm not having an easy time of doing that, and you're probably going to find that out easily too. So let's rotate this. And now let's rotate back up and see what we have here. And it looks like we rotated it correctly, and we're now ready to move this in. So grab this endpoint, slide it in, and line it up with the opposite endpoint. And there is our 3D puzzle cube. So if we wanted to pull everything into plain view so it's all there, just grab the zoom extents. Okay, so there is the entire puzzle. If we wanted to reset the axes, we can do that easily too, just by moving the whole piece, or just grabbing the axes tool. So grab the axes tool, click on the origin, the new origin, okay, go along the red axis, or actually this is your green axis, it doesn't really matter, and there is your new origin that has been created. And it looks like we're upside down. If we want to change that, let's go upside down. And let's reset the axes once again. And we're going to start right here. And we want blue going up. Blue is our y-axis. Okay. So there you have it. There is your 3D puzzle block finished and assembled.